Hi, and welcome to the second video of Journey of a Flying Pig. My name is Naomi. Today, I want to talk about small wins. Um, One of the things that I have noticed is that this is the fifth or sixth version of trying to get this video done. I have totally different from what I had originally planned. I originally wanted to talking about motivation, and I had this grand scheme of things, and I kept working on it and working on it and starting over and realizing that I was getting way too caught into the trying to make it as perfect as possible. So scrap that idea. What we're going to talk about is we're talking about small wins. All right. This is one of the things that I teach. When something is teach, practice, preach. Okay. So when something is really big and it's overwhelming, what you do is you break it down into smaller parts so that you can deal with it. At the same time, when you feel like you don't have anything, that's when those small wins count. That's when you start looking around and you look at what's going right and you gather all of those little what's going right things and you allow that to be the bigger thing. And one of the things that I have found is that numbers motivate me. I have had a hard time in my life trying to figure out um, how to keep going. I have noticed that no problems usually starting things. I've started this video, like I said, 5 or 6 times. The problem I have is continuing and ending. And so I'm sitting back and I am looking at not the finish point, but progress. Something that I keep hearing these days is progress, not perfection. So that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about how small wins add up and they count. Okay. When I am feeling, well, okay, when I have a problem, the first thing that I do is I sit back. First, you stop and you breathe. That's my therapizing for the day. Whatever going on, if you start getting overwhelmed, stop, breathe. Breathing increases oxygen to your brain so you can think better, more clearly. It helps you to lower your blood pressure. It regulates your system. And it gives you the opportunity to think instead of speak. And boy, does that really important. But anyway, so you stop, you think, and then you start looking at what's going right. So, what's going right? In regards to this, I made my first video. I actually published it. I actually had people comment on it, give me positive feedback. I even got subscribers out of it. Can you believe that? Okay. And so now the idea is I've done my first and now I'm doing my second. And okay, squirrel moment. For some reason, this camera has this blurry thing going on. I don't know why, but it's really kind of cool. Anyway, okay, so small wins. Here is a small win. I am very sedate. I not sedate. I'm definitely not sedate. I'm sedentary. I like to sit on my butt a lot. And as a matter of fact, my job is sitting in front of a computer and talking to people all day, which is why doing this video shouldn't be that hard because this is what I do all day is in front of a video and I talk to people all day long. But anyway, I digress because I do that so well. Where was I? Shoot, I forgot. Oh, okay. Uh, I hate when squirrel moments derail my train of thought. Anyway, um, we were talking about. Oh, okay. So starting small wins. Sedentary. See, you don't want to be a mind reader. Would you want to be inside my mind? Oh my God, that would be such a scary place. But sometimes I like telling people, "Oh, this is how I went from point A to point B," and in my head. Anyway, because I think it's a fascinating trip. Although a lot of other people are kind of like, "Oh my God, Naomi, TMI." But anyway, so talking about small wins. Here is a small win. Are you ready? Okay. Here's another small win. These are the medals that are not metal, by the way. They're made out of hard plastic. These are the medals that I have earned for doing a virtual walking challenge called the Conqueror Challenge. And what it is, it's one of those things where your steps are downloaded every night after midnight, and then in the morning you wake up and you look at your app, and it shows you on the map where you virtually walked on some tour. So I have done, the first one I did was the Vincent Van Gogh, which was 56 miles, and I did it in less than 56 days. So I actually did more than a mile a day. Numbers. We like our numbers. And then I did Tokyo. And Tokyo was 45 miles. Right now, technically I'm climbing Mount Fuji right now. So, and that's a 46-mile track, and I am not quite halfway through. My goal is to finish by my mother's birthday on June the 11th. But anyway, so the idea is for me to identify the small wins, and those small wins are what motivate me to keep going. Um, I've actually sat down and looked at the different challenges that are available for the Conqueror Challenge, and I have made a list. Are you ready for this? Okay, show and tell. Not my purple book. This is my date book. But anyway, so what I've actually done is okay. So I'm going to finish Mount Fuji, and then I'm going to do the Forbidden City, which is 50 miles long. Then I'm going to do Osaka, which is 70 miles. Then I'm going to do the Great Wall of China, which is 161 miles. Then I have the route that's called the Nakashindo, which I've never heard of. But anyway, what it is, it is the route from the old capital of Japan, Kyoto, to the new capital of Japan, Tokyo. And that is 343 miles. My goal is to do that in the year 2027. Okay, that's the whole year. And then the last one that I have scheduled is the Silk Road, which is 400 miles. And that's my goal for 2028. So I have plans. Okay, I have goals. And what I also have is I have small steps. If I don't make it to the Silk Road, there's no skin off anybody's nose. It is something for me to strive toward. And if it doesn't happen, it's okay. Because along the way, I have these little small wins which are motivating me. So, what does this mean? This means for you to start looking not at, well, first of all, the making it a journey, about the journey, not the destination. Those small wins are what make it about the journey, not the destination. My earning these little medals, which are, all right, I gotta show you this. Okay, Van Gogh, it opens up. It's hard to open. It opens up, and on the inside, you have, okay, watch this. You have these little pictures. Isn't that so cool? All right. Isn't this absolutely freaking adorable? Okay. Isn't that awesome? Tokyo doesn't have that. All it has the really cool picture on the back. Ta-da! Okay. Anyway, the idea is that this is about the journey. Life is a journey. And if you're able to find those things along the way that encourage you to keep going, oh my God, cherish them. Okay? Um, I am very proud of these stupid little medals. They're not stupid. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Are you ready? I got the t-shirt. I didn't get the t-shirt for the Tokyo one. Um, anyway, but I might. The idea is for you to be able to look around you, find those small wins, and give yourself permission. I'm all big about giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to let those small wins be enough to keep you going, and not get so flustered on the final destination. All right. Okay. So I've made 11 minutes. I'm at that point where I really need to stop. Okay. I thank you, everybody who made it to the end. If you enjoy this, subscribe, like, and if you have any feedback, please give me feedback. I'm going to try really hard to appreciate all the positive feedback and not ignore the negative feedback, but assess the negative feedback and see if it's really helpful or not. But anyway, so like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And I did it.